Hello everyone, I hope everyone's keeping well. Just a short and dirty follow-up video really to the event at Gaydon. Obviously when I went to Gaydon I met up with Chris Atkins in his 38, Dominic Newby in his 22 and Richard Thomas in his 26. It was a fantastic show and it's particularly exciting to see the 38. It was the very first time me and Chris have managed to get these two vehicles together. And it's quite exciting for us because A, we'd never done it before, and B, we were keen to see what was different, what was the same on both vehicles, because they're both identical year. These are both 94 models. So boys being boys, we start comparing, looking around stuff. He's got different suspension rear setup to mine and bits and pieces. And then obviously you have a look inside the cab. I didn't actually film anything inside his cab. I probably should have done, but I didn't. But spoiler alert, they're identical cabs, absolutely identical interior. The only real difference is that Chris's interior is far, far cleaner and tidier than mine. But something that happened that something that happened that I wasn't expecting was Chris jumped into this vehicle and the very first thing he said was, "Oh, you're missing your alarm clock." I was literally like, "What are you talking about?" And he points up here where there is a gap. There's always been a gap there and I've always just assumed it was missing an infill, maybe an option for a CB radio or something. But he literally goes, "Yeah, there should be an alarm clock in there." I'm sat there thinking, all the years I went with my granddad in his 34, I don't ever remember an alarm clock being up there. So he showed me his cab. I had a look inside his cab, and like I say, they're absolutely identical interiors. The only real difference, as I say, is his is far tidier than mine. But sure enough, in his one is this little alarm clock. And I was quite taken aback by that. So anyway, off the back of that, when I got back, during the week, I did 2 or 3 Google searches trying to locate an alarm clock. For the life of me, I couldn't find it. And unfortunately, I don't know why, but I never took a photograph of his one. So I messaged Chris and asked if he could send me a photograph. And he was very kind. He sent me for a couple of really good photographs, really good detailed photographs. So off the back of that, I did a Google image search. I've never done it before. And I'll tell you what, it come up trumps. The very, very first result was an eBay listing for an alarm clock for an MAN. And it looked identical. Kept looking, kept comparing it. It looks identical. So I ordered it, and a few days later, £15 later, or £14.99, turns up in the post, and yeah, this is it here. Let me just try and yeah. So this is it here. So this is the alarm clock. It's everything works. I've never really had one. Well, I've never had one before. I never realised this vehicle came with one. But whatever vehicle this has came out of, it's had a very, very light use. Everything works on it. I put a battery in it. Just takes a standard AA battery, although on the back it comes up with something completely different, like LR6 or something. But yeah, put in a battery. Came to life. Everything works. The alarm works. The backlight works. Although the backlight is about as bright as a very dim candle. But yeah, it all works. So now I've got a complete cab interior, which is great. So yeah, so thanks to Chris. Otherwise I never would have even realised that was a thing with these vehicles. Like I say, I don't ever recall my granddad's one having one. He had one of those really old-fashioned fold-out alarms. That's what he used to use, the old-fashioned wind-up ones. I don't ever recall him having one, so maybe it was an option. Maybe it was an option, and his one didn't have it. His was slightly older. His was a 93 K-Reg. But yeah, that's it really. So short and sweet video. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope it was interesting. Hope you have a good weekend, and I'll see you in the next one.